Hello and welcome to SEXTON'S Crafty Cauldron. I think today I'm just gonna do a short video and I'm gonna do a craft along. I've made many book covers. These are made out of old DVD labels that I got from a video store that was going out of business. They were like, I don't know, 50 cents a piece or something. Anyway, I've kind of fitted them together and covered them with cloth, and they are ready to be filled with pages. And I just finished this one. This is a little mini book. Oopsie, sorry about that. I forgot to turn my volume off, which is normal for me. And there we go. That volume's off as well. So anyway, but this is the one that I just finished, and it's a little set. It's a little tiny mini book, and it measures, it's like 5.5 by 4-ish, 3.25, and then this one is like 2 by 1.5. I'm sorry, 2.5 by 2, and it's got all kinds of fancy papers in it as well. Tiny things. Mulberry paper, tea stain paper, and it's got a few other little things. 3-hole binding stitch, and as this one does as well, 3-hole binding stitch. But this is kind of what I'm going to be doing today. Thought I'd just bring you along with me and tell you a little bit about myself, because I really haven't done an introduction video. So that's what this is going to be. So I hope I don't bore you. My life is not uneventful. However, it's a lot of you, if you already watched my channel, you know my story. I think I'll just tie this down and I'll get started. Pardon the green on my fingers. I was pulling weeds, and of course I got stained, which is par for the course for crafters, I guess, staining. So I think I'm going to work on this purple one first. With you anyway. Oh, I gotta show you this one. This one's really cute. Isn't that cute? That's just an old napkin. An old cloth napkin that I picked up at the thrift store in a bundle. And when I picked it up, I was like, oh, what am I gonna use that for? It's so loud. But you know what? When I put it on this book, on this cover, I just looked at it and went, oh, that really works. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so here we go. Gonna get some papers. Got my tea stained papers over here. Coffee stained. I keep saying tea stained. These are coffee and tea stained because I used some black walnut tea. I'm sorry, some black walnut powder and some tea. And some of them have like little doily impressions on them, which I absolutely adore. So I'll show you that. There you go. And let's turn that light down just a teeny bit. There, that's better for you guys. And that one, that ought to do. That's plenty for probably more than one. But so I've also got this bright yellow paper, which I don't use this very much, although it is coffee stained. And some coffee stained dictionary pages, which I don't think I'm going to use those today on this particular journal. Oh. Yeah. Put that back later. How many times do you hear that? Also got this. It's an encyclopedia, I believe. But the pages in it are nice and thin. Found it on eBay, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the writing in it, the Japanese writing. It's super cool. So I'll take a couple of those. So a little bit about myself. I am, let's see, how old am I? 55. I don't feel that old. I don't feel that old at all right now. Yesterday I felt like 170, but that is neither here nor there. Yeah, I craft because I've always loved crafting, and I've always loved art. And I started drawing and painting when I was 3, and my mother surrounded me with all kinds of art stuff. She was an oil painter, and she also worked with graphite. So that's pretty cool. I was raised around it, and my sisters and brothers all have some kind of artistic talent. One of my sisters does interior design, another one does, or did, painting, and I'm not sure what she used, whether it was oil or watercolor, but she did quite successfully use them. Anyway, so that's a little bit about my art history. I did go to college, 2-year college. I ended up teaching a couple of classes, non-transferable classes, unless you got special permission. I did have the right curriculum. I just didn't have the credentials. I haven't mastered in anything. I'll put it that way. And I didn't do a thesis, and etc. But after having worked with art all your life, you kind of know. And I took many, many classes, studio classes, art theory classes, art color theory, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm pretty well versed in like traditional fine arts. So that's cool. Let's see, what else do I want? I think I want a page of this. Maybe a Frankenpage. Frankenpage would be cool. I just got to figure out what my measurements are. I think this is the 5x7 one. And I usually write it down on my desk blotter. So, I haven't been doing journals for very long. I did used to make leather journals, and they were very, very simple and primitive leather journals. I just used punch bindings most of the time. I didn't do stitch bindings, but I liked them. It took longer. So, that's why I did that. So anyway, I also make jewelry. I'm a professional jewelry maker and a professional artist. I have an online gallery on DeviantArt, and there's links for everything all over my Facebook page. So you can find my Facebook page under S. JoBeth Sexton. And I also have a Facebook page for this YouTube channel, and it is Crafty Crafts and Coloring, because I also do coloring, and I love coloring. Colored pencil. I haven't really gotten into markers yet, but hey, you know what? There's always time. So let's see. A couple years ago in 2018, I was having some health issues, and I was having some pain in my upper abdomen, and I went to the ER because it just got really bad. And I was still going to work. I had this awesome job at a wholesale rock shop. Not rock and roll, like rocks, like, gemstones. It was the best job I ever had. It was a hard job, but oh my God, I loved it so much. It was work all day long. I got filthy dirty, and I loved every second of it. It was awesome. And it had a whole customer service element as well. I was cashiering there as well. So I was in stocking, and cashiering and packaging up online orders. I was doing it all, and I wasn't the only one. There were 3 of us or 4 of us that were doing the same things. But anyway, so I went into the ER, and I found out that I had they did an X-ray, and that I had gallstone pancreatitis, which is just really uncomfortable. And I had to have my gallbladder out, which was really awful for me because I really hate going under the knife. So, and I hate being put under because when you go under, you don't dream. And I dream a lot. I dream very vividly. So that was kind of, I didn't want to do it, but you got to do what you got to do, right? Little noise here. Hold on. If you have headphones on, please turn me down. I'm going to rip some paper. Close enough. Anyway, so I had the operation, and while they were in there, they found a shadow on my pancreas. Tiny, tiny shadow about the size of a, oh God, a lentil, a half a pea. It was tiny, but it was there. So they did some exploratory esophageal crap, and I had to be put under for that too, as well. It was just something I didn't like. And they did that exploratory thing many times. I think I had 3 of them. So they were looking at what was in there. What's that? What is that dark thing in there? 10. I'm gonna go 10 because it's double the page, and that's how much we need. Anyway, so and this page here, this green stuff, this is packaging material. I believe it's painter's masking paper, but I got it in a package and I saved it because I thought it looked really cool. It's all wrinkly and crinkly and it sounds really good too. So let's measure this up and see if we got it. It's a little long. I think I'll make it 6 3/4. That ought to be good. So I'll take off just a little teeny bit. Oops. See what happens? See what happens? Anyway, while I was in the hospital, they discovered that it was pancreatic cancer. And I didn't do any research on pancreatic cancer at that time because I was like, oh, cool. Well, okay, you found it. Now what? Well, I didn't know that it was like the worst, one of the worst cancers you could get because it's a fast-moving cancer. It's really fast-moving. In fact, my surgeon told me that when I finally got in for the surgery, he wished that I had been able to get in sooner, and he didn't understand why it took so long. And all I gotta say about that is one word: insurance. Yes, insurance. Lovely. Anyway, it leaves much to be desired, doesn't it? Anyway, so yeah, I had to have what is called a Whipple procedure, and if you know anything about that, you will know that a Whipple procedure is somewhat like a gastric bypass. Gastric bypass, they take out all kinds of your insides, and they did the same with me. They took out part of my, most of my small intestine, part of my stomach, part of my bowel. They took out my pancreas. My gallbladder was already out, and they took out something else I'm not recalling. A part, okay, parts. So then what happened was, oh, okay, we'll make a shorty page out of you, won't we? I should have left that together and just, boop. It's still too long, but oh well, we're good. It's the good thing about junk journals. You can just throw stuff in there. It's super cool. So nobody told me when I had this operation that I needed to be really careful about what I ate. So I was just trying to eat everything that I was eating before. Well, I didn't have any way to process fats or carbohydrates. And having had the surgery, I was not recovered yet. I mean, just had the surgery. So, and I'm also lactose intolerant. So they were tube feeding me. And they were feeding me with a whey-based, milk-based product that was, quote, safe for people with lactose intolerance. Well, it wasn't. And I told them, you can't give me that. I haven't had milk in 18 years. So, you know, I mean, hello? Do I not know my body? What are you guys doing? Are you listening to me? Because, come on. Anyway, so my stay in the hospital was somewhat less than pleasant by about 1,000 miles. So anyway, I'm going to save that little tea-dyed, coffee-dyed piece because I'm going to stick it in another Franken paper. How about that? So I need my pen. I think I should get a pencil. It'll probably work better. Sorry if I keep getting my hair and the camera up here. It's something that, oh, hold on, turning you down a little. There we go. It just happens, the hair thing, because the camera is directly over my desk. So, and I don't have a lot of room, like most crafters, not a lot of room. So anyway, I had the Whipple procedure, and I was in the hospital for a week, and I got sent home, and because I didn't know I didn't know what to look out for and what not to eat, I lost so much weight. I got down to 87 pounds or something, and I'm 5'8". That's way too thin. So, you know, I think I'm gonna leave that, because I'll just go from this end, and then I'll trim it with scissors. So 7, 6 3/4. We're going 6 3. There we go. And 10, because it's 5, and let's just go a little less than 10. I don't care about the pencil marks. I can erase them later, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And now I lost my mark. Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyway, so I'm at home. I'm recovering. I've called around and did a lot of research and finally found out that I needed to lay off the carbs, so that's what I did. And from then it got a little easier, but it's still really hard because I was so weak. I mean, you talk about, you know the term weak as a kitten? That was me. Next to that entry in the dictionary was a picture of me. So anyway, I was at home. My husband was incredible because he took care of me. He tried to do whatever he could do for me, and not having any experience with this kind of a thing, it was really, really difficult for him because he didn't know what the hell was up, and I didn't know what the hell was up. Yes, I said hell. That was my cat. She's a train wreck. Right now, she's trying to jump up on top of a dresser that we have her food on, and she pretends to have trouble doing that. And she's really not, because she's quite capable. She just wants me to pick her up. And I would. I'm busy. Are you going to come up here? No? Okay, good, because that would be bad. Anyway, so I was at home recovering for a year, and almost to the day, a year later, I had a follow-up CT scan, and they found a shadow on my pancreas. Again, they found something on my pancreas. They didn't know what it was. So their philosophy was, when in doubt, take it out. So I had to have another surgery to have my pancreas out at that time. And they took part of my pancreas before. They took a third of it before. It was just the head. That's going to be really difficult right there. There's a little cardstock right there. Okay. Get my ruler. And I had to go in for another surgery. And I was in the hospital for another week. But I didn't go back to the same hospital. That hospital that I went to the first time did not take very good care of me. And when they told me that I had to go back to the hospital, and that was the one that I was going to go to, I flippin' freaked out. They're like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, no, that hospital did not take care of me. That hospital was bad news. I went hours, I'm talking 50 hours, more than 50 hours without sleep. Well, that didn't fold very well, because they had me in a room with a woman who was really loud and annoying, and it come to find out, she wasn't just loud and annoying. She was actually on the flag list for someone with mental problems. So, hooray, good for me. Look what I was, you know. Oh my goodness. Never mind. So, yeah, I was in this room with this lady. Didn't get any sleep. Of course, this is another time. I was in the hospital so much. Anyway, I got sent home, and I had to have chemotherapy and radiation, both. The chemotherapy, I had round 1, and it was okay. Of course, chemotherapy is never easy, I don't care who you are. And they're nice and crooked. Oh, see, that works really well. So we've got these and this. That's cool. How big is this? Ooh, that'll work too. Nice and crooked again. Neato. And the radiation was really funky because it was just this big machine, and you know, you're in there, and then they're pointing the radiation at your part that has the whatever, you know, whatever's been affected. And I'd been affected in my pancreas, so they gave me these little dot tattoos on my stomach so they could line me up in the machine really well. And it's just really, it's weird. It's like you don't feel anything, and you don't, you know, it doesn't actually feel like there's anything going on until later, and you feel like total crap. You know what I mean? So anyway, we want 7 on this side. So I went through all that, and I didn't gain any weight because the radiation and the chemotherapy is like super detrimental. It doesn't only kill the bad cells, it kills good cells too. So it's something that's, you know, you can't win, it seems like. Anyway, so I am actually, I know this is going to sound crazy, I am actually still in recovery because you can't just recover from that. And I marked this one at 7. It shouldn't have been at 7. It should have been lower. You can't just recover. It takes, and they told me I might gain my weight back. Probably I wouldn't. They also told me that recovery would be a year. And I am not the kind of person that sits still very well. Well, here I am at home. I now weigh 119 pounds or so, 117, 119, which is super cool because I never thought I'd even get that much. So that's neat. That's good. And I craft, and I do art, and I make jewelry, and I love it. So I'm watching all the videos that I can, and I'm trying to be involved in the community because I really love this community. The problem is that I never know what day I'm going to feel bad and what day I'm going to feel good. I could wake up in the morning and feel great, and then by lunchtime I could feel like total dog poop, you know. And I have no way of knowing. So when I schedule a live stream, sometimes I schedule a live stream, and sometimes I have to go, you know what, I can't do it. I'll schedule it and say, you know, here's my schedule, but it's dependent upon my health. And I hate letting people down because a lot of people like my live streams and my craft-alongs and stuff, and it makes me feel bad because I feel like I'm letting people down. And I don't like that. Oh, you know what? I think I want that other part on there. I'm going to erase that. I want to put this in the book. So anyway, I'm making journals because I love books. I adore books. I've never not had books. I've always had books in my house. I read fast. I used to devour books. Now I craft a lot, so I don't devour as many, but it's still cool. It's still cool. I love crafting and jewelry making and all of that, and I've incorporated my art and my jewelry making into my journals. So, for example, I made these this morning. I know they're not perfect, but oh my god, they fit. These are round paper clips, and they work really well. You just, you know, ta-da, paper clip, and I put a little hook on them, a little eye on the end, so I could hang a charm from them because I like that. So there you are. But anyway, so now I am recovering. I'm still recovering. I'm still having trouble, a lot of trouble, because my digestive system, they literally had to take out my digestive system to get to my pancreas. They have to remove they have to pick up your intestines and take them out to get to those deeper organs. That is what they do. That is why, one of the reasons why it takes so long to recover, because you just, they went in there and they played with your insides. That's what they did. Don't worry, this video isn't going to be very long, because at 11 o'clock and it's only about 15 minutes away, I have to shut it off and go test my blood sugar, because I don't have a pancreas, and the only way to regulate my insulin is through, my blood sugar is through insulin. So I take multiple injections a day. I'm sure if you have diabetes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have diabetes, my heart goes out to you, because I know how hard it can be. I never know when I'm going to have a blood sugar crash. I haven't figured that out yet. I know some of you are like, well, you know, you just pay attention. You know what? I do pay attention. I pay attention a lot. Because you have to. You have to, or you could go into a coma, you know? So, but lately it's been really weird. My blood sugar has just been plummeting. I'll wake up in the middle of the night with low blood sugar. And yes, it wakes me up, because when I have low blood sugar, it makes me really warm and uncomfortable. I cannot stand it being really warm when I sleep. And so that wakes me up. And I appreciate that my body does that, because that's, at that point, I need to take care of it. That's a half paper. That's a little shorty paper. I think I might use that one in there too. Here's one of those that I made with the doily. Yeah, the doily. I don't know if you guys can see that. My light might still be too bright. Hold on. Let's put you down as low as we can. There we go. Okay, so that's my story. I usually have a very positive attitude. I am currently taking Zoloft, and I'm working my way out of it, because you can't just stop taking that stuff. You have to wean yourself off of it. Which, if I had known that, I would have never started taking it, because what a pain. Oh my God. And I can tell you what, today, you can tell I didn't have any last night. I've been skipping days, because you have to, you know, get it out of your system. But when I don't take it and I wake up in the morning, I actually feel like I got some rest. It makes me dream so much. It's like I'm not even going to sleep. It's like, and I explained it this way to my general practitioner. It's almost like I'm closing my eyes and I'm going to sleep, and instead of going to sleep, I'm opening a door to another room and just living a life in this other room. And I'm not getting any rest, because I've got like two things going on here. So, yeah, that's pretty bizarre. But that's how it feels. Anyway, there's that. Oh, I think I did that wrong. Oh, no. No, that's 10. So now I need 7. Oh, man, I got to tear off some of this gorgeous thing. I think I'll go from this side. Yeah, right there. Oh, 6 3/4. Because it's 7. I hope I didn't mess one of those up. Oh well. No, it can't be fixed. It's only paper. Who said that? I can't remember. Somebody said that. A lot of people say it, but yeah, it is only paper. And I can make lots more of this, because I have, good God, I have 3 reams of 11 by 14 paper, and a whole bunch of other paper that I was gifted by someone who had a print shop, and their paper got ruined, and they were just giving it away. And I was like, oh, dude, I'll take it. 6 3/4. Anyway, so I hope you all are having a great day. I am having a pretty darn good day. I will be back with more crafting with me. I certainly love doing these videos, and hope that you guys like them too. And if you do like them, I hope that you'll like the videos and subscribe to my channel, because we all know how hard it is to get subscriptions at sometimes, you know? I mean, people think, I don't know, I think people think that if you subscribe, you have to watch, and you don't have to watch. Subscribing does not obligate you to anything, which is another thing that I absolutely love, because you know, it just shows your support. You show your support by subscribing and liking, and that's all you got to do. You don't have to watch anything. In fact, when I live stream, sometimes I have other people that I know of in the coloring community that come on during my live stream, and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to take it personally. You go watch what you want to watch. I will be here tomorrow. So that's what I do. I mean, how can I get upset? You can't tell people what to do. People are pretty dang nice, most of them. The crafting community I have found has been extremely wonderful, extremely helpful, just really kind. And so I wanted to give a shout out to some people who have really renewed my faith in humanity. Gail, Agostinelli, Crafty Cat, Amy, Pam at the Paper Outpost. Let's see who else. Nick the Booksmith, Jibidneri. I know I'm going to forget somebody because we always do. And let's face it, I'm not a spring chicken, and neither is my brain. Let's see, who else do I watch? Heather Wilkinson. Oh, golly. Shoo. I'm trying to go down the list in my head. I'm looking at my my YouTube channel front page. I'm like, who else is on there? Let's see. Shout outs. Roxy Creations. Let's see. G Kerr. Treasure Books. Natasha at Treasure Books. You guys are all so awesome and have made me feel really welcome. Not that you probably don't even know who I am, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind being somewhat anonymous. I appreciate everything that you guys do. All of the new people that I've subscribed to recently, I don't remember all your names and I apologize, but you are on my subscriber, you're on my list. And if you want to see, if you're watching this video and you want to see who those people are, go look at my list of who I've subscribed to, because there are a lot of new crafters, junk journalers out there who are just phenomenal, just phenomenal. And like I said, I can't remember everybody's name, but it's worth a look. It's worth a look to find out who these people are, because talent, oh my God, you gotta check it out. You just gotta. I think I'm gonna make that a little shorty page because I really like that. And I think I'll do it the other way. Make that a shorty here, and then fold it inward here so I can make it tuck or attach something to it. So let's see. Yeah. No, that's right next to the other doily thing. I think I'll put it down here. There we go. That's a good idea right there. Anyway, you can see I'm having fun. You can see. Anyway, and here's one of them Japanese pages. Super thin. It's like a dictionary or I think it's an encyclopedia, because there are, well, this looks like a family tree. But there are other pages in here, and I think it's oriented this way, but, you know, we do what we can. I love that. I love that. Anywho's, thank you all so very much for being so kind and generous with your information and knowledge, and thank you all for welcoming me. I appreciate that. I really do, because not every group is as welcoming, you know. Not every group is genuinely concerned about people as I feel this community is. So that is awesome. It's totally awesome. And it's about I've got 5 more minutes. But I can feel my blood sugar's falling, and I can feel it because it's weird. I start having trouble talking, and then my tongue goes numb. And yes, Star Trek fans, that's the first thing I thought of too. Numb tongue? Num tongue. Got num tongue? Yes, num tongue. Help. Anyway, I know I'm a nerd and a dork. Ask my husband. Let's see. I think this is probably going to be enough. It's going to get chunky when I decorate, but that's okay. That's okay. Look at that. Oh, that's the back. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I freaking love this stuff. There. That's better. Okay, well, I made my signature. This is just a one signature little journal. I'm probably going to make a supplemental notebook in there and a large pocket to put it in, so yay. I love stuff like that. I was inspired by, oh heck, who did I see? One of the new subscriptions that I have. Ah, my goodness, I can't remember her name. And I can't link everybody below my video because I'm going to forget. I will do my best because I'll just go through my list and I'll see what I can do. But anyway, you guys are awesome. And all of you who are coming to my live streams for coloring, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone. I apologize that yesterday I didn't do my live stream. I slept in and it just threw my whole schedule off and I just started feeling really crappy. And so as the day wore on, I felt worse and worse and I didn't come on. So I am sorry about that. But anyway, I do what I can. And I may just be doing more of these type of videos in the future rather than live streams because this is just easier for me. I can stop the video and restart it and stuff. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Peace, love, and remember, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Make it a happy, colorful, crafty journey. And don't forget to hug the people you love because you never know when you're not going to get another chance. Okay, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.